Now, this all kind of launched at yesterday. We were doing closure where the girl just basically got sick on his meal. He prepared her.
Or she didn't get sick. She couldn't stand the smell of the onion fish loaf this dude made.
Fish loaf.
What's that word?
Fish loaf. He said it was like his go-to signature thing. Everyone loves fish loaf. Just
It's like a meatloaf
fish
made
loaf
with
sounds
fish
terrible.
instead of meat.
Crab cakes? Yummy.
What about tuna casserole?
Yummy.
I can do that.
I don't think
But a fish
With cream
loaf.
of
Fish
mushroom?
loaf.
Oh, no. Now you've gone too far.
Yeah, cream of mushroom up in there.
So we're asking you at 713-390-KRBE, what is a meal your mom or dad made when you were growing up and you're like, oh, good, I can't, or you loved it? We're going to start with Sophia, who's got to get off to school, so we thank her so much for standing by to call us here on the Roula and Ryan Show today. Hi, Sophia. How old are you?
12.
12 years old.
All right.
Hi.
Is it something you
All right,
like
what's
or
the
hate?
meal?
Is it something you hate?
My favorite is the one that my mom makes. It's the spaghetti. And the worst thing that she made was the chicken with bell peppers.
Chicken with bell peppers you don't like.
I wonder why.
What's so bad about chicken with bell? Was it the bell peppers that just threw you off, or was it the way the chicken was cooked,
Dry
Sophia?
chicken?
Probably too saucy.
It's the bell peppers. I don't like them.
You don't like bell peppers? Okay.
They have a
Now,
strong taste.
did you try and scrape them off and you still couldn't because the taste?
It permeates the chicken.
You can move them.
It still had the taste on it.
Yep.
Did you tell mom never again?
Yeah, she never made it again.
All right. Yeah.
Good mom. You got a great mom.
Sophia, do you want to say hi to your mama, or do you want to say hi to on the radio before you get off to school? Sophia?
Yeah, that worked out well.
Now,
Okay.
thank you for calling.
She was ready for
sweetie.
everything
That
else.
was very
All right,
nice.
Sophia, we
You
love you.
got
Thank
that
you so
out of her.
much.
Yeah,
And to
yeah.
Sophia's mama, thanks for raising her right. And
She's
having her
right,
listen
though.
to the
Some
Roula and Ryan
things
Show.
you
Have a
cook,
great day.
you can't scrape off. It just it seeps in. No
It's like
matter
Chick-fil-A
what.
pickles. When they put a pickle on there and I don't want a pickle.
Oh, my God, I love that.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
I like the pickles in the bread.
Yes.
It soaks in.
But if you
Permeates.
don't like pickles,
You can't scrape them
I
off.
get it.
all you
That's
do is
true.
taste the pickle on the chicken.
I
and it
didn't
turns
like
it.
the pickle, Eric, and I think it made me like pickles
Ooh.
as I grew.
Don't they put
I
pickle?
really was not a pickle person.
juice?
There are some people who love pickles. They'll eat them like straight up at a ball game or at a movie theater, like a whole dill pickle.
Kevin,
That has never been me.
By the way, Ahmad
Those
shared
sliced pickles.
for a Try Tuesday. It's a jar of pickles with like waffle fries inside the jar. It's called.
Ew.
What's it called? Pickles.
Sounds
and
like
Revolting.
That's
soggy.
gross.
pickles and spuds.
Fries?
Spuds and pickles or something like that. It's some brand. I'll find it here while you take the next call.
Okay.
I can't.
Let's go to Ashley on the line at 713-390-KRB. What's that meal your parents made? You'll leave it forever or you'll
Loaded
love it
potato
forever?
pickles.
Loaded
What is it
potato
called?
pickle.
Loaded potato pickles.
Loaded potato pickles.
You sure? It's on TikTok. Look it up.
I don't want that. I don't want that. Ashley, hi.
Hi.
What's the meal that you couldn't stand growing up or the one that you actually loved?
Oh, gosh. Liver and onion.
Oh, yeah.
My mom cooked it religiously, and it would stink up the whole house. It permeates in your soul. Oh, I can't stand it.
I am on your side. My mom made that for my dad a few times. We all had to eat it.
What's it
was
taste like?
horrible.
Is it like
irony?
chewy?
Well, how did your mom make it, Ashley? Was it like pan fried or did she do it in the oven? Or
Yeah.
usually it's a pan fry, right?
She would pan fry it and then put it in like a gravy. And then, cook the onions in a gravy and then put it in a gravy, and we would eat it over rice. But I'd always keep it in my cheek and then excuse myself to the bathroom.
Yes.
Keep it in your cheek.
You know,
gotta say-
that's the liver is a filter for the body. Why do you want to eat something that filters toxins out?
Because when you need
tastes
iron,
very
Kevin, when you need
irony.
iron, you have to eat that. I'm iron deficient, and I had to eat this. Especially when I was pregnant, they said you got to eat liver.
God, I hate
There's
it.
nothing else you can eat.
You can eat a pill.
Yeah.
You could do pills, but they just weren't absorbing. I just need to get a lot of iron. And I got to give Luby's and Cleburne Cafeteria a shout out. So it's the only place I've ever had liver and onions and actually liked it.
Do you cut it
But
up
I've
really
never
small
had it,
pieces?
homemade.
Is it really chewy? Or is it like...
No, I mean, it's kind of really flat. I feel like it gets flattened out and it's just a really thin. I don't really think it's chewy. I don't know.
You're
Maybe.
not
I-
painting a good picture
I
of this.
hated it so much as a kid.
I mean,
Oh.
most people don't like the sound liver and onions. It's not going to be the top notch go to meal that people are like, yes, I can't wait to eat that. But some people like
My
it.
mom made that crap on a shingle.
Yeah, you gotta
Ish
explain what
on a
that is.
shingle.
Because my dad ate it big in the army when he was in the army back in the 70s or late 60s or something. 60s.
Creamed dried beef
That is
on
my
top
favorite
of
toast.
thing. It is so good.
Was it corned beef?
I don't hate it now, but then
dried
maybe my mom was just a bad cook.
Yes, it's like a thick white because
Gravy.
it's creamy, and then it has like the beef like chunked up in it. It sounds really gross,
And
but it's
the
so
So wait,
good.
Sam, is it like
It
a
doesn't taste like
brisket that's
beef.
been kind of like mashed with
No,
gravy?
no. Think of very thin ham slices that have been cured
Yes.
and kind of
Okay.
dry,
You
and
can get
you
a-
have to peel them apart.
You go to the deli section, usually we
My
buy
mom
bologna and
brings
stuff,
it
you can
down
get-
when she comes to visit. She
East
brings
Coast.
down
So East
packets
Coast.
because I
Yeah.
can't find it here.
What about
Is that a
sausage?
comfort food for you, Sam?
Absolutely, it is so good.
Sausage biscuits and gravy. See, that's next level.
That's it.
That
Right.
is okay, but
I think the
on a
most
single?
horrible thing ever was scrapple. I had to eat that once or twice, and it was just
No.
awful.
Another East
Scrapple
Coast
for
thing.
Texans that don't understand what that is. That's also an East Coast thing.
It's all the leftover
basically
parts of the animal.
Is that more of a
ground
lunch
up into
They
meat,
a
just
though?
turn it into
patty.
like bologna slices, but just all gelatinous jelly fat.
no.
It's like
And
No,
big-
it's like a hamburger patty.
No, instead of having sausage with your breakfast, you would have a slice of scrapple, and it is a rectangle shape,
Okay.
about 3 inches wide by 2 inches.
It's like
Pan
Spam?
sear it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
It looks
you
like a
can
White
answer-
Castle hamburger,
I
kind
felt
of,
like
but
when,
it tastes
when I
horrible.
saw it at the Acme, Kevin, at the Acme, when I'd see the scrapple in the Acme, you had like tubes of it. Kind of looks like the way you're talking about it.
Yeah.
And then also like that clear jelly, gelatinous fat that's on Spam.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like some of that was in there.
Oh,
I would see
yeah.
that.
What's that one with
I
cabbage?
just can't. Huh?
Oh, corned beef and
Yeah,
cabbage.
corned beef and cabbage.
That's so
Yeah.
good too.
Oh,
What is
no,
wrong
it's
with
awful.
you guys?
I
just
want
love
to read
corned
this
beef.
text because
Sammy
this
corned
person,
beef.
for
What's your
those tuning in
Yeah.
for Food Wars, we're talking about meals that you hated that your parents made and meals that you liked. And this person, I just think that maybe this was a parent mistake. That even the mom, I'd love to know if the mom would talk to her daughter today, who texted us and be like, okay, it was a parent fail. I just tried to save time. She said that her mother had put the ground beef and the spaghetti sauce into the blender together to make it faster. And it was like a pink paste that she will never forget in her life. That
a
sounds
smoothie?
so vomitous.
Oh, that
I
sounds
can't. I
horrible.
want to gag thinking.
Yeah, I'm not sure how that works
Meat
out.
in a blender is never a good idea.
Have any of you ever tried to recreate like a parent dish that you remember as a kid and it wasn't that good? Like for us, like my favorite meal ever, my dad would put in a Chef Boyardee pizza. And all it came with was Parmesan cheese and sauce on this crust.
Someone that said
and
they-
we loved it as kids, but now if you try and eat it as an adult, it's like,
You're like,
oh,
nah.
You know, time for like maybe one more. There's someone that said goat brain
goat brain.
Ew.
Sumi's on the line.
What
Hi,
is
welcome
that?
to the Rule and Ryan Show, Sumi.
soup.
Hi, I just want to start with I'm such a big fan of y'all's show. I listen to y'all every morning.
Thank you.
Thank you. So
But,
what's the deal
yeah,
with
no,
goat
so
brain?
what
What's the
this
deal with
was-
goat brain?
Yeah.
Well, I
Is it-
really actually liked it. I loved it a lot, and she made it like 3 or 4 times, and then she finally told me what it was. Because
Was
she
it-
always teased me. She's like, "When you find out what it is, you're not gonna like it." And
Is
I'm
it
like,
literally a goat brain?
"Yes, it's goat brains. It's actually really."
How did she
healthy
prepare
for
it though?
you.
Fry it? You fry it up,
Yeah,
anything
it's,
tastes
it's
good.
actually a curry. It's a curry.
Oh, curried goat
What's the
brain.
texture like? Did you think it was like a ground beef? What did you think you were eating?
Yeah, what do you think?
Brains, Kevin.
Almost like the texture of like ground beef, but like more like squishy, I guess.
Oh,
Okay.
eating the squishy brain.
Yeah,
Thank you. I
Is
can
there-
take a
is
lot,
there
but I can't take
protein?
that. Sumi, we're done.
Is there protein in the brain?
Well, I can't. I can't. Oh god.
Kevin, solvent green.
I mean, it wasn't just the brain. Like she would like mix in like okra and stuff too.
Oh, that makes it
So-
better.
I mean, it was good, but after she told me, I was like, please never again.
Wow, just because you knew, even though you liked it, but you knew what it was, you
That's
wouldn't eat
so woo.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I don't want to eat brains.
it. What do you think of that, Sammy? Corned beef?
I'd rather do my corned beef.
You love that corned beef.
Or the
Is
crap on
there
shingles.
actual
Sumi, thanks
corn
for
in
listening
it?
to the Rule and Ryan Show.
No,
No.
it's just
I don't know why they call it
What kind of
corned
beef is it?
what corned beef brisket, or I mean,
Is
corned
it
beef
brisket
ones?
and then they just cure it?
No, it's not brisket.
No, I don't know
No.
what.
What is corned beef, then?
It kind of tastes almost
You know
like
my
Beef,
mom's
because the word
listening.
beef is in there.
I know,
Mama
but it
G,
tastes
what
more
is
like
this?
It had to be
to me.
something like
It's-
cheap for the people
it's
It
who
was
super cheap.
really
back in the day.
not good tasting.
No,
Let me see,
but that's just to
corned
you. I like it.
It was like this creamy stuff that was on it.
It wasn't
Yeah, that's
bad. My mom was a bad
delicious.
It's made
cook.
from brisket, y'all.
I thought it was
Is it?
brisket.
Right.
Yeah, it's salt cured brisket.
Doesn't taste
the
it.
term comes from the treatment of the meat in a large grain rock salt. And that's
Oh, it
why
has
with the sugar and the spice.
peppercorns in it. Okay, so you get corn,
Ah.
mustard seed, juniper berries,
But
coriander.
you have to cook it for a
Oh,
while.
yeah.
That's like brisket, right? That's why you cook it for 12 hours.
That's just like the
you have to.
corned beef there's like
Hash?
yes, that you can roast. Mark doesn't like that. I like that.
Yes.
That's
All I
nice.
know is that makes me want to go to Kenny and Ziggy's and get a half corned beef, half pastrami sandwich.
Oh, yeah, we got to take Sam there. We haven't taken her.
Oh, yeah. Kenny and Ziggy's.
Yeah, we still need to get
I
it.
You can only eat
wanna
half
get
the sandwich.
Wait a
It's
couple
too
more
big.
weeks for me, Sam, and we'll all go together for
Okay,
lunch
I
after,
can't wait.
after work.
That's your mafia name, Sam. Sammy
Y'all
corned
go to the
beef.
listener line.
Sammy corned beef.
Sammy corned beef. Y'all go to the listener line for food war topic. Great things your parents made or terrible things your parents made that you maybe because one person had called that we didn't have time for their call. They hated it when they were a kid. Now that they're adult, they love their mom's spicy potato soup. 713-278-VENT. Because right now I want you to focus on Taylor Swift and your chance to be with us at KRBE for the Taylor Swift Eras Tour screening. It is the KRBE screening of Taylor Swift's concert in the movie theater. We do it at 8:13, 10:13, and 3:13. Caller 10 713-390-KRBE. If you're caller 10, you score 2 seats in our theater for the KRBE screening of the Eras Tour, which opened today across America. And it's going to be so much fun. We'll get that winner. And coming up next, we'll explain what Shame Your Name is all about on 104.1 KRBE.
104.1 KRBE. It's the Roula and Ryan Show. By the way, we do have a winner for that Taylor Swift era screening.
Leslie is our first winner of the day for her to enjoy Taylor Swift's The Eras Tour movie with us at KRBE 8:13, 10:13, and 3:13 every day. We give you a chance to get 2 tickets to that screening, which is going to be so much fun. It's like reliving the concert. We'll have a selfie station, a Swiftie selfie station. Bring your best Eras Tour outfit. You know, it's all about reliving it, and it's really fun. So 10:13 with Sam is your next chance to win that. In the meantime, we ask you, who in your family shames your name?
Shame
Maybe it's you.
your name.
There's always one, like rogue relative. Everyone's like, oh God, don't know that person.
Or
You know, like when you're meeting the
maybe-
family of like the new person you're dating, you're like, oh God, is Uncle Bob going to be there? Because we're not ready for them to meet Uncle Bob yet.
But maybe you're the shame. Maybe you're the one that's the shame of the name.
Would you know it, though?
713.
No,
ahead.
it's just like, do villains in movies ever know that they're the villain?
Guys, we have something to tell you.
Well, and also to answer your question, Eric, as people
It's
calling it
actually you.
Your
713.
family sits you down. Hey, Sam. We gotta tell you something.
one
You gotta tell you something.
my parents?
Sammy corned beef, we got to tell you something.
Yeah, you like that corned beef hash. 713-390-KRBE. The first time we ever did this topic, the first call we got, I will never forget her voice because I welcomed her to the show and she was like, I go, so who shames your name? She goes, well, my family. I come from a family of murderers.
Oh,
Murderers.
Yeah.
Not just one. It was 2 people in her family who'd committed murder. And it was wow story. So, and it doesn't be that crazy. It could be just like that person always gets drunk and is embarrassing, or, you know, person always asking for money. They're going to hit you up for some money or some scheme. Oh, don't go near Aunt Nancy.
Everybody's got
She's gonna try
somebody
and get you
like that in the
pyramid
family.
scheme.
And then should you give them money to help them out? Like,
Are
say
you
they-
enabling?
Like, I just need $1,000. I can get this going. And you're right. Am I enabling them?
Now, if they're asking, hey, I need money for my light bill, well, how about I just go ahead and pay the light company myself? That way you're not giving them discretionary cash to just blow it.
Yeah.
All right, go do something else. Buy some Powerball tickets. Only for somebody in California to go
I was
win it.
thinking booze or drugs.
713-390-KRBE. Nydia's up first. Hi, welcome to the Roula and Ryan Show.
Hey, y'all. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi. So who shames your name, Nydia?
My uncle.
Okay.
What's his story?
So here's a little background. My grandmother was an amazing woman. She fought cancer for 12 years. She lost to it. My uncle, for some reason, thinks that our family took all his inheritance that was not there because medical bills fixed everything. So he thinks that we took all his money and we're holding it hostage for the last decade. And he tells it on social media.
Ugh.
He tells everybody he can. And to top it off, the guy can't type or spell anything. So it sounds like gibberish or like a 2-year-old wrote it.
Oh, no.
my God.
So he's like an illiterate, greedy guy.
Yeah, he's like, y'all took the $400,000 from me. What money are you talking about? There's nothing there. We
Those are
have
called
proof.
bills.
Yeah, and he's just like, y'all took it. That's just your line that she died of this and that, and he just talks about it nonstop. And the thing is, our family was known in the community to be really good people. We helped out. Well, he just kind of ruined the hash name with all the craziness of his.
Yeah,
That's
And then,
that's
and then,
unfortunate.
and then
off the top of it all, our family already has crazy history because I'm the one that has a crazy grandfather that murdered somebody. So on top of all that, our family is just like a chaos of stupidity.
Stupidity.
Do you stay away from them then, or do you want?
So here's the thing. My dad is to the point that he's going to drive. My uncle lives in West Virginia. That's where my family's from. We're from West Virginia Hillbillies. Can't remember from it. But my dad's to the point that he wants to come down there. I was like, well, Dad, if you go down there, make sure you have backup because who knows you're going to come back.
Oh, yeah, good point.
Because my uncle's crazy.
Yeah,
he tried to cut his arm off.
He tried to cut his arm off.
Whoa,
Back up a second. He tried.
Why
to
did he
cut
try
his
and chop
arm
his
off.
own arm off?
So he thinks that the pain he has in his arm is not there, and so he's trying to prove a point. He tried to cut his arm off with a little blade thing used for roofing.
Oh my
I cannot
God.
with this.
Oh my god.
No.
Was he
No,
drunk,
no.
or he just?
That sounds not okay.
Awful. That sounds
He's
horrible.
not okay. He embarrassed us like nothing else. And then we tried talking to him. It's just like talking to, I don't know, a dog that has no common sense. Like, he looks like he can dead in headlights, and he just rambles off. And it's just like, what are you talking about?
Have you ever thought of changing the last name? I mean, there are some names that get so damaged that you could never you don't hear of any Hitlers out there. Hey, I'm John Hitler.
Our last name was Burnett, and then my grandfather killed somebody, or supposed kid, so he stole someone's name to change it to Hash. So how many times can you change the last name before? Like oh God.
Oh my God.
How many times?
It
You
was
just
a
keep
rule.
shaming the name no matter what the name is.
Shame the names.
It keeps getting shamed.
You got to
Wow,
change your
Lydia,
name.
that's
and-
crazy.
Don't tell them to change with you.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you can separate yourself. Be like,
Yeah.
all right, we're all going to
You
change
keep
it.
that old damaged name. I got a new one over
Yeah,
here.
don't follow me. Hell no. Wow, she makes
Well,
me
thanks
feel
for
good.
calling, Lydia.
I
That's-
think everyone listening feels good about their family.
My
now.
family's not that messed up.
On
after
text,
all.
we're getting a lot of people who are texting us about their crazy. I can't follow this one text thread because it's something about a brother and a sister-in-law. You know, like how like if your husband's brother it's the in-law
That's your
affair we've
brother-in-law.
talked about before.
That's your brother-in-law.
But it's very hard to follow because there's like 10 texts in a row about how there was a nakedness in an elevator and pictures and video got released and everything's so embarrassing. They don't go anywhere with them even though the mom is in the 70s. There's just a whole.
What sucks, Roula, is when, because a lot of times a family name is very common. You know, maybe there's like John Smith. Well, there's going to be a cousin named John Smith. There might be an uncle named John Smith. And you share the same name. And when people do a Google search, like, oh, crap, what kind of person am I dealing with here? And it's not even you.
Yeah, that's there's nothing good about a shared name when one person's the embarrassing person, because imagine if it's like, let's say it's your mom and her cousin has the same name for some reason and they're like, oh my God, you're so and so's kid. Oh, I used to party with her in college. You're like, oh God, no, that's
I
not
feel like at least living in a big city like Houston, it's not as bad.
But you know
But you
what?
grew up in like a small town like I did, like Ottawa, Illinois, Marseilles,
Yeah.
Illinois, where there's only like 20,000 people, 3,000 people. Mm-hmm. You know, everyone knows you.
Yeah,
I
let's
grew
go
up in
to-
a town, population 2,000, Montoursville, Pennsylvania.
You want to take line 3, Roula? I don't know.
Yeah,
You
this
wanna-
is
Uh-oh.
going to be odd.
What do we got here?
Oh.
Are you sure?
Are you
Well, I
sure?
want to know how Cece
Usually,
knows this
is
about her
unlike
father,
Roula,
but he's
you
not
wanna
gone
take
to
this
jail.
Call. I don't,
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Well, I don't even know the
All right.
details of how she. I just want to know, how does she know this and he's not in jail? Cece claims that her father. Hi, Cece. Good morning.
Hi, good morning. Okay, so we found out because of COVID.
We found out what because of COVID, and try not to make it so graphic because it's a very.
It's a very sensitive
topic.
subject.
I will not go into detail on that. So my dad, he has done things with underage girls.
Oh, no.
And we found out because during COVID, he had 2 strokes, but in the middle of one of his seizures, he felt the need to confess all his sins because, we grew up very, very religious, and I guess he didn't want to go to the other world with all that or go to hell or whatever it is. So he confessed everything to my mom.
my gosh.
So my mom having all this information, and she on her own, she has issues with anxiety and depression, and she didn't know how to handle all that. And so my dad was already very toxic, so much that I moved. We're from the Caribbean, And so it's a small country and it's a small city, so everybody knows everybody. So from going from being like this super strict religious, co-pastor kind of situation to now he is, everybody knows he's done this, but nobody says anything because, either he threatens or he finds a way out of it. And
so he didn't die? He didn't die then?
So he's still alive?
No.
Cece.
He's still alive. He's creating a ruckus and hell for my mom. I try to take her out of that situation because it's very, very toxic, but my mom gets...
Did he at least stop doing what he's doing with the underage girls so that because did he get scared straight when he had the stroke?
Well, from what we know, yes, but at this point, it's kind of like one of those things that he might say, but who knows?
How's he not been charged with a crime? Nobody's come forward?
Because nobody's charged
It's a third world country, so kind of like,
gotcha.
different system,
Different laws.
You pay off. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Wow, Cece, that is definitely shame your name level worthiness.
Well, I assume they have the same kind of law
right
when
to
it
cut him out.
comes to that.
Oh, no, we don't get along at all.
Mm-hmm.
If he wants to talk to me, he uses my mom's number. Again, I moved out of the country just that we can have that separation. But, I mean, if it's something like, if he's calling me, it's because it's a dire need situation kind of thing.
No, he needs something from you.
It's not good.
I mean,
Terrible.
what if you told the victims' fathers?
Yeah, like
And
we
and
understand.
They took care of business.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
we tried that.
Street
And
justice.
You
she
did?
is adamant, yes. And she's adamant that no, because her mom accepted money in exchange for those favors. So, there's a whole
Lord.
He bought their
situation
silence.
wrapped up. Yes,
This is getting
so
real twisty.
My God.
so
This is
it's
getting
a
real
lot of
twisty.
awful, like,
Whoa.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I need to cleanse the palate with this text. Thanks for your call, Cece. Here's the text. I have a cousin who tried to rob a gas station in Arizona, and a lady knocked him out with a 30 case of beer and got him on the news.
What about the news?
30-pack of beer.
Send that video,
Then did they
please.
throw each
A 30 case of beer knocked out the would-be robber.
Just
Picked
like
it-
took it.
The whole
Picked
case?
it up like a suitcase and just threw it
Or
at him.
like one at
Oh
a
my
time. And
God.
Wham, wham, wham.
No,
Like a
but
All right,
machine.
this one,
the whole
Eric.
thing.
My uncle blew his fingers off, and he lives in a shed.
He lives in a shed.
My uncle,
Your name.
he was trying to fix something and got shot, and it blew him off the roof, and he
Blew his fingers
missing
off.
some toes and fingers and the spleen
Really?
and stuff. And he was
Wait,
living
he
in-
lost fingers, toes, and a spleen?
like, all kinds of stuff. He got electrocuted and it blew him off the roof. I forget what he was doing.
Oh, my
I just remember he was in the
gosh.
hospital. And I was
Maybe
like
electrician?
really young. Yeah, but
Here's another text.
Yeah.
My grandfather's been married and divorced 8 times.
8
Wow, that's a
Why am I
lot.
using this voice? I
after
don't know.
4.
Yeah, why is it everybody's got like a very southern accent when they've got a problem?
Because I think of like Jeff Foxworthy says, you're a redneck if, and he does that funny thing. He just pops off those one lines.
Yep.
It's like, shame your name. My grandfather's been married and divorced 8 times.
8. That means he's going to go for 9.
Yeah, right. Let's go to your listener line calls at 713-278-VENT if you want to share more stories about that. Coming up next, more details on the strike that is happening with the actors. Just when they thought it was going to be over, they say no to the deal they've been given. So what's going to happen to the TV shows of the future? We'll get some scoop covered next on The Roula and Ryan Show.
Now, y'all ready?
This is Roula and Ryan's Celebrity Scoop.
On KRBE.
It's brought to you by Innovative Lasers of Houston. First, I'm going to start with the most fun news of the night last night as the stress in our chests was building as Ryan Presley was on the mound. We were only winning by 1 run. We had tried to get insurance runs, but we didn't get any last night. But we wanted to go to the ALCS and beat the Minnesota Twins. And it happened, thank God.
Hey! 7 years in a row.
Yeah, in
Playoff
the locker
baseball's the
room,
best.
Justin
Yeah.
Verlander is making the speech as they're going to pop the bottles for 7 years in a row. And it was live on TV. He doesn't realize he's live on TV, nor does he care. And they even said on TV, well, at least it's cable. So, pardon the language there.
He didn't know he
This
was
is
supposed
the
to
bleep
speak.
version of what Justin said.
Dusty's like, I don't want to do it. I'm saving it for if we go to the World Series.
Yeah.
Who else wants to do it? They go, Justin, you get up here. That's why he had no plan. That's why he said this stuff.
No blanks given.
All right, boys, this is one of those seasons. Nothing went way early. We battled through injuries. Yeah. We grinded. I wasn't even here. I'm happy to be back. Yeah. The 7th time time. All right. Don't take that for granted. On 7, everybody pop these mother.
That was so funny. I wasn't even here.
If we had him the whole year, I guarantee we would have had 10 more victories.
You think?
For sure.
Yeah.
Last year, he was the Cy Young winner.
That's
He
true.
had like, what, 20 victories? 19?
That's true.
We
I
had,
don't remember the date it was that we got him. What was the date that we got him back? I feel like it was just a couple
can't
months
remember.
ago.
Not been that long.
Was it end of July?
Yeah. So exciting Astros news. Other things we talked about through the morning, I'll just touch on real quick. Jada Pinkett Smith admitted that since 2016, she and Will have been living as divorced people, but they're not divorced because they just weren't going to break up no matter what caused them to break up, and they just are living their separate lives, which then, even more so, I guess, is it more about the merit of like, well, this is my wife by legal terms when Will Smith stormed the stage to slap Chris Rock at the Oscars because he said, get my wife's name out of your mouth, when Chris Rock made a joke about Jada's lack of hair. Yeah, your wife is your wife, I guess, and your family is your family. But some people are annoyed now to find out that they're not even together since 2016. He did that.
Is that why he started doing all that stuff? Jumping out of planes and
maybe he just
bungee
got to
jumping.
him.
Remember, he started doing all that action stuff. Like
Yeah.
like
You need
thrill,
another
thrill
outlet.
seeking. He
Yeah.
needed something since he had to pretend he was married. I
Well, I
guess.
mean,
Well,
I
when
don't
you've
think
got
people
something
really would
missing.
have realized, because look, how many people? I mean, unless you're
How
in
many
the
people care?
spotlight 24/7, we're not in their house. We wouldn't have known.
I mean, nobody's going to judge you guys. I mean,
Well, divorce-
1 out of 2
yeah.
marriages end divorce.
It's like, hey,
But like we were
just
saying
like
last
us.
hour in Scoop, the business of celebrity unions is a entity among itself. Like couples are couples because it's a business thing, right? So I can see why they probably didn't want everybody to know they're breaking apart
It's
or
their
whatever it is.
business.
But did you go to a movie? Because like I never went to a movie because Bruce Willis was married to
No.
Demi Moore.
No, I went to a movie because it looked good.
Yeah.
No, but you also like them more as a couple, and I think girls think that way maybe more than
Maybe
guys.
girls. Yeah, I think you're right.
Would you say with that, Sam? Like
Romantic
you
movie,
almost
maybe?
like somebody better, but more because of how cute they are in real life with their
Yes.
person.
But look at
Like
Brad-
Ryan
famous.
Reynolds and Blake Lively. I just
Yeah.
feel like they're like.
What
like
about Brad
cute
Pitt
couple.
and Angelina? That movie, Smith, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, did awesome.
Oh, so
Yeah.
good.
But they weren't together yet. They were having an affair.
Everyone
during that
knew
movie.
that
Well, they were
affair.
together.
They were together, and they
Yeah.
cheated on.
What was
Jen
it?
Aniston.
Harry Styles and Olivia Wilde.
Yeah.
The whole drama behind that. That was like
Yeah.
interesting.
Or like Dax Shepard and Kristen Bell. That's like a cute married couple. Like if you follow them on socials, it's pretty
Yes.
funny.
Right.
Did you see that one, Sam, they posted a while back? They were in the Boston airport and they were stranded. I don't know why they
Yes.
were stranded.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wait a second, what are they doing? And all the comments are like, why is this multi-million-dollar couple sleeping in the airport? Aren't they rich enough to get like a hotel room or something, or rent some cars, or get a private jet to come save them from this stranded situation? It was crazy.
Isn't it funny how
I mean,
everybody
that's
wants
a cute.
everybody wants to spend everyone's money just because you think they're that rich?
Yeah.
that they
Yeah.
can get a private jet.
Can't you spend $1 billion on a private jet
come
to
on.
get you out of there?
Spend 20 grand. They're like, if we don't want to
For
spend
what
20 grand.
reason?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
$1 billion doesn't. Weather doesn't care about $1 billion a mod. If there's a hurricane coming, they don't care you're a
No amount of
billionaire.
money
You're
is
sitting
gonna
in the
make you
airport.
fly.
Yeah, so for Kevin, he got out on that private jet.
Oh,
Puerto
yeah.
Vallarta.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sometime.
last one out. I just called up one of Eric's friends because he rolls with those ballers.
Elon Musk.
And he's like, hey, guess I'm going to go down and pick up a special case. Drunk and
I thought you were on Spirit.
No, he's a Southwest boy now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, we got that buddy pass now. Booster flies for free.
Oh, no.
Speaking of buddies, at producer Eric, I put a great video of Ryan and Kevin from back in the day. Talking about Throwback Thursdays. It was like 7 years
Awkward.
ago. Those two.
Yeah, I stole it
Bonding.
and put it on my
Are
stories.
buddies
Yeah, it's so
or
good. I
not?
forgot about that.
At producer
But
Eric.
buddies.
Oh, yeah, they're butt buddies.
Yeah, butt buddies.
Literally.
Yeah.
For KRBE's Roula and Ryan show to tell you what's going down in H-Town.
All right, we covered the Stros. This is brought to you by Duncan. So, at an age when people usually retire and get their full Social Security benefits, about 25.5% of Houstonians, Houston seniors, 70,901 people to be exact, remain working. This is according to a recent Census Bureau study. So, 87% of the older workers pointed to their paycheck. They just got to keep working. So, you got a quarter of all our senior citizens in Houston who definitely qualify for retirement, and they still have to work.
Ahmad, speaking of retirement, what are you doing tomorrow?
If Roxanne answers, she'd be on my behind, but she ain't answering today. I'm supposed to go hang out with the senior citizens and play dodgeball.
Oh, good for you.
Roxanne, call me back, girl. I'm trying to go.
That's awesome. Are you going to do a mom on the street with the older folks?
Yes, that would be so fun. I'm going to ask them all the questions about life, how hard they've partied.
Remember, dodgeball, you're not throwing at them.
Oh, really?
They're throwing
Dang.
at you.
They're
I'm
throwing at
kidding.
you.
I'm kidding.
Break a hip or something.
Roxanne, call me back.
I think it'd be awesome if you asked them, like, hey, back in your day, what was like something real? How did you guys blow it out and have fun?
Right, yeah. Oh, back in my day.
Look at the sock hop.
Back in my day, yeah. Took a little MDMA at the sock hop.
Yeah, there's a Mad Dog.
I think it was even before Mad Dog.
Yeah, what they had back then.
That'd be a sarsaparilla.
Sarsaparilla.
Yeah, what they had in the 40s. What was their thing?
Yeah, what did they drink?
A sidecar.
Homemade? What was there?
Well, they
Homemade
had
booze?
moonshine. They had
Sazerac.
this
They had a
skill.
Sazerac, Eric.
Sazerac, yeah, there you go.
A Tom
Yeah,
Collins.
Sazerac.
Yep.
That's
Tom
that's pretty
Collins are
old.
good. They're tasty.
Never had it.
It tastes like lemonade.
It's
a gin sour.
sauce.
Yeah.
Sweet and sour
Yeah,
sauce.
it's really delicious.
You gotta be a
Sweet sour
certain
sauce.
age
Sweet
to
and
drink
sour.
gin.
Sweet and sour sauce. That sounds.
Gin is a very different kind of drink.
Gin and
Yo,
sweet
you have to be a certain age to drink that.
That's very
Yeah,
smooth.
gin,
Yeah.
gin has
Mellow.
made a comeback now. Everyone
Yeah.
loves gin.
Yeah.
Yeah, you go to any of these mixology bars, there's lots of gin drinks.
Kind of tastes like Scotch tape, but in a good way.
Oh, yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Is there a good way?
Yeah.
Scotch tape?
Yeah.
I think so.
It's true. It does.
It's
A
Juniper.
Band-Aid. It's like a Band-Aid. Someone dropped a Band-Aid in your drink.
Yeah.
Not, guys.
kind of.
Come on.
I still love it.
True.
Let me give a big shout out to the restaurant Doris Metropolitan. They make an
yeah.
amazing gin and tonic that is not something I thought I would order. And someone at my
fizzy?
table ordered it and it looked so amazing. I go, I'm sorry, I have to have a sip of this. And then I took over the drink. I said, we need like 2 more of these, please. Thanks.
Hey, quick.
It depends on how they make it.
Around the table, do you guys remember anything your parents drank? I remember my dad drank Rusty Nails.
Budweiser.
My dad still does Captain and Tonic, and it is good.
Oh,
I enjoyed them for a
That's
good
why you
10
like
years.
Captain.
Yeah. But I
You
drank
love that
too many
Captain.
of them. Now I'm like, okay. I
He's
can't
like
do
the pirate on the
My
cover.
dad likes the Molson.
Yeah, Molson.
The Molson.
Molson Ice? The extra.
No, not the ice. Thank God.
My dad is straight up Bombay. No
Oh,
chaser.
yeah. Bombay Sapphire?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Wow, Bombay and gin straight. That's a
Damn.
That's a man.
Man.
Cast iron stomach and liver, apparently.
I got it from him.
All right, coming up next, guys. If you missed Roula and Ryan's Roses today, oh my God, get your maps out with some pencils. We're going to draw some graphs of all the people connected in this roses.
It's complex, but
It's
I
a
think
whole neighborhood.
you could follow it really easy, and there's some messed up stuff happening in somebody's neighborhood.
You will hear it next on the Roula and Ryan Show.